Hey creators, my name is Maxine Dumaine. I'm an artist, filmmaker, and a teacher of 7 years. And I created the Created to Create Paint by Number book in an effort to help you on your artistic journey. So I can't thank you enough for including me.
They ask me what I do and who I do it for.
The Created to Create Paint by Number book was originally inspired by and made for my students at the St. Louis City Juvenile Detention Center and Hogan Street Youth Prison. When the pandemic hit, our classes were virtual, unfortunately. And so I started brainstorming different ways to inject a little bit of light and color back into their world. They gained a lot of confidence from the last painting class I taught in person, so I began creating curriculum for an online painting class. I spent weeks mixing different tints and shades of brown and experimenting with different ratios to create the perfect skin tone palette that truly captures the wide range of complexion found in melanated skin. When I taught the painting class in person, I drew my students' requested portraits in Sharpie and outlined the highlights and shadows with a pencil. This time, I drew each request digitally and created paint by number maps to teach them how to paint a realistic portrait with highlights and shadows. When I shipped the paint by number books and paint pots to the Juvenile Detention Center, I was finally able to see their beautiful masterpieces unfold virtually. The smiles, sense of accomplishment, and confidence on my students' faces was the biggest blessing. My students truly created masterpieces out of this book, and I know that you will too.
I gotta find peace of mind.
During the last painting class that I taught before the pandemic, I went around the room at Hogan Street Youth Prison asking my students who they would like to paint. And one of my students asked to paint his brother, who he unfortunately recently had just lost a few weeks before. Although he couldn't be there physically for his mother, he hoped that gifting her a painting of his brother would bring her some peace in the midst of her grief. This was truly an honor to help him memorialize his brother. I have often turned to art when I've lost loved ones and students to senseless gun violence, and found peace and strength in painting them and gifting the final painting to their families in hopes that they will find some peace through the power of art as well. That student inspired me to start the Piece of Art program, where 20% of your purchase of my Paint by Number books and my Paint by Number canvases cover the production and shipping costs of custom Paint by Number canvases that I make and gift to young adults and children who have lost their loved ones due to traumatic circumstances, in hopes that they will find peace in the midst of their grief through the healing power of art, just like my students have. Thank you so much for your contribution. If you'd like to learn more about the Piece of Art program, if you'd like to nominate someone for the program or donate to the program, all the links are in the description box below. All right, creators, without further ado, go ahead and grab your book, your paint pots, and let's get painting.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Created to Create Paint by Number kit comes with everything you need to get the painting party started, including your Paint by Number book, a skin tone paint pot strip including 8 shades of brown, a rainbow paint pot strip with specialty colors like gold for the jewelry, and paintbrushes. Just add water and napkins and you're ready to paint. Once you choose the artist you'd like to paint, you will fold the Paint by Number map along the perforated line and gently take it out of the book so you can paint while using your instruction sheet and reference page.
Listen while you paint.
Before you paint, be sure to get the party started by scanning the QR codes at the bottom of the instruction sheet to listen to a playlist of the artist you're painting. If you have an Android or prefer Spotify, you will click on the Spotify app, click the search tab at the bottom of the screen, then click on the camera icon and point your camera at the Spotify code and your playlist will launch. If you have an iPhone, you will simply use your camera app to scan the Apple Music QR code, click on the notification that pops up, and it will take you directly to the Apple Music playlist. Once you press play and the vibe is set, it's time to get painted.
Step 1, step 2, do my dance in this.
Step 1. Wet your paintbrush in the water and dry it with your paper towel. Step 2. You will start using the black paint in the rainbow paint pot strip and paint all the shaded sections on your Paint by Number map, marked number 9. When you're finished, open the numbered paint pots listed at the top of your reference page. You will be painting one section of the face at a time. You will need to work fast blending colors before the paint dries, so you will need the paint pots open and ready to paint. But first, let's talk about blending.
I walk in a room full of bosses and you know I'm blending. You know I'm a real
Blending will take your painting from a stylized pop art portrait to a smooth, realistic rendition of your favorite artist. Blending is a painting technique where two different colors are mixed together when wet, creating a smooth transition from one color to the next. On your paint by number map, you will first fill in the numbered section with the corresponding numbered paint color 2 to 3 times. Immediately after you completely paint the first section, while the paint is still wet, dip your brush in the next numbered paint pot. Lightly drag your brush along the line separating the numbered sections, moving your brush into the unpainted section as you work. Load your brush with the new paint color again, and fill in the rest of the corresponding numbered paint section with 2 to 3 layers of paint. Step 4. Match each of the numbered paint pots with the pre-numbered area on the canvas and paint each section about 2 to 3 times. Repeat until your masterpiece is complete, working your way from the top left to the bottom right of the face. This prevents you from accidentally resting your hand in wet paint while painting. Work your way from the top right to the bottom left of the face if you're left-handed. The tattoos on the number map are printed dark enough to show through the 2 to 3 layers of paint so that you can trace them with a Sharpie or ink pen after the paint dries completely.
Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Make it rain with about bitty, bling, bling. Every time I buy a new ride, bling, bling. Lorenzo's on your traumatized, bling, bling.
Paint the jewelry with 2 to 3 layers of gold paint. Wash your brush and dry it with your paper towel. Once the gold paint dries, dip the tip of your clean brush in the white paint pot and paint white dots on top of the gold paint for the diamonds. Finish your masterpiece by painting your clothing and background. Once you're finished with your painting, it would be an honor to see it. So please, please, please be sure to post it on social media. Tag me at Art by Maxine and hashtag Created to Create, PBN, for your chance to enter in the monthly contest and win a large prize.